Welcome back to Explain the Charts, your go-to source for in-depth market analysis. Today, July 28th, 2025, we're taking a comprehensive look at BTCUSD, Bitcoin, which has been making headlines across the financial world. Recent Google searches and financial news reveal that Bitcoin has surged to around $119,500, a remarkable feat that has crypto enthusiasts watching closely to see if it can maintain this momentum and push towards new record highs. Notably, Yahoo Finance reported just hours ago that crypto enthusiasts are eagerly anticipating if Bitcoin can surpass its earlier record high of $109,135, a level that our charts confirm has already been decisively broken. This strong upward movement is occurring amid what investing.com describes as trade cheer, suggesting a positive broader market sentiment. Adding to the bullish narrative, A-Invest reported a significant acquisition by Capital B, adding 58 Bitcoin for a total holding of 2,013 BTC, yielding an astounding 1,410% year-to-date return. This institutional accumulation signals robust confidence in Bitcoin's long-term value proposition. However, the market isn't without its tensions. Cointelegraph noted that some Bitcoin OGs have expressed faith-shaken comments, stirring heated community debate. Bitcoin.com news also highlighted neutral technicals that leave bulls and bears in a deadlock, hinting at potential indecision or consolidation. Finally, there's buzz about a Satoshi Nakamoto-era bombshell and significant Federal Reserve and other crypto reports on the horizon, all of which could heavily influence Bitcoin's future price action. Now, let's correlate these events with the raw data on our charts. Shifting our focus to the daily chart for BTCUSD, we observe a powerful long-term uptrend that has propelled Bitcoin to unprecedented levels. After a significant pullback in early August 2024, where price dipped close to $49,050, Bitcoin initiated a strong recovery. The rally in November 2024 pushed Bitcoin well above the $80,000 psychological barrier, signaling renewed bullish momentum. A key milestone was achieved in December 2024 and January 2025, where Bitcoin first broke and then consolidated above the $95,000 to $100,000 range, which now acts as a significant support zone. The surge in early February 2025 saw Bitcoin briefly touch $102,599 before a sharp correction to around $84,111 in late February, illustrating market volatility. However, this dip was quickly bought up, reinforcing the $80,000 to $85,000 area as a critical long-term support level. The market then saw a steady climb, breaking past the $109,135 previous all-time high mentioned in the news, culminating in a peak around $123,231 on July 14, 2025. This decisive breach of the prior all-time high is a very strong bullish signal, indicating that Bitcoin is in price discovery mode. The volume on these breakout days was notably high, validating the strength of the moves. Currently, as seen in the last few daily candles up to July 27th, Bitcoin appears to be consolidating around the $117,000 to $119,000 zone after the rapid ascent. This consolidation phase on the daily chart could represent either a healthy breather before another leg up or a warning of potential short-term reversal. Let's zoom in on the recent price action using the hourly chart to gain a clearer perspective. Now, looking at the 1-hour chart, specifically from July 23rd to July 27th, we can observe the microtrends within the broader daily picture. Following the peak around $120,000 on July 22nd, BTCUSD has entered a clear short-term consolidation phase. The price has been trading largely within a range, with identifiable resistance around $119,500 and support forming near $117,000. Noticeable lower highs around $119,000 and slightly higher lows above $117,000 suggest a tightening range, typical of a neutral technical stance that the news alluded to. Volume on the hourly scale has been relatively subdued during this consolidation compared to the larger bullish impulsive moves, which reinforces the idea of indecision among market participants. A crucial short-term support level can be identified at $117,000, which has been tested multiple times without a decisive breakdown. If this level breaks, the next immediate support would be around $115,000, aligning with previous minor swing lows. Conversely, immediate resistance stands firm at the $119,500 to $120,000 psychological level. A convincing break above $120,000 on high volume would signal a continuation of the bullish trend. This hourly view helps us pinpoint short-term trading opportunities within the overarching bullish sentiment. To understand the very latest movements, let's narrow our view even further to the 15-minute time frame. On the 15-minute chart, focusing on the last 48 hours from July 26th, we see the immediate battleground between buyers and sellers in even finer detail. The price has fluctuated tightly between $117,300 and $119,500, a clear reflection of the neutral technicals mentioned in the news. Small, quick reversals are evident, where price tests a level, retreats, and then attempts another push. The trading volume here is sporadic, with some small spikes during minor moves, but nothing substantial to indicate strong directional conviction. The most recent candlestick data, ending on July 27th, shows Bitcoin closing around $119,465, closely aligning with the $119,500 figure from today's news. This suggests the market is attempting to hold near recent highs, perhaps in anticipation of fresh catalysts. Key short-term support on this time frame is around $117,500, with a more critical level at $117,000. On the upside, repeated attempts to clear $119,500 have been met with selling pressure, establishing it as immediate resistance. Traders should watch for a clear break of either of these levels with increased volume for short-term entry signals. Lack of high-volume breakouts or breakdowns might indicate continued range-bound trading in the very short term. So, what does this all mean for Bitcoin's future? Recapping our analysis, Bitcoin has demonstrated remarkable resilience and growth in the medium to long term, comfortably surpassing its previous all-time highs and establishing new psychological barriers. The key price levels to watch are the immediate support at $117,000, followed by stronger support zones around $105,000 to $110,000, and finally, the crucial long-term anchor at $80,000 to $85,000. On the upside, the immediate resistance is $119,500 to $120,000, with new all-time highs near $123,000 acting as a critical hurdle. For a short-term bullish prediction, there's a 60% likelihood of Bitcoin breaking above $120,000 and targeting $125,000 or even $130,000 in the coming weeks, especially if positive news regarding Fed policies or broader market sentiment emerges and volume confirms the breakout. For this to happen, we need to see sustained buying pressure above $119,500 on the hourly and daily charts, ideally with significant green candles and increasing trading volume. A short-term bearish prediction with approximately 40% likelihood would see Bitcoin retesting the $110,000 area if the $117,000 support breaks down. This scenario would be reinforced by high-volume selling below key support levels and potentially negative macroeconomic or regulatory news, or if the neutral technicals truly devolve into a selling trend. Long-term, as long as Bitcoin holds above the $80,000 to $85,000 level, the overall trend remains strongly bullish, aligning with its fundamental role as a store of value and growing institutional acceptance. Keep a close eye on trading volumes. A surge in volume on a breakout or breakdown is always a strong confirmation. Also, continue monitoring news related to central bank policies, crypto regulations, and large institutional movements, as these events can trigger significant shifts in price. Remember to always manage your risk and consider your own trading strategy. Thank you for joining us on Explain the Charts today, and we'll see you in the next one.